Today I want to talk about themes and why I think focusing on themes as an author is a little bit of a waste of time. Your job is to tell a story. Your job's not really to communicate a message exactly. Now you can communicate messages, you will communicate messages, but it's a little misleading to say, oh, my job as an author is to tell people this is what I think and this is what you should think also. As an author of fiction, you want to communicate what you believe through the story, through what the characters, what happens to them, what they do. Say you write a story about a young man, and if this character's age is at that kind of indeterminate time between childhood and adulthood, whether you ever sat down and thought, I'm going to write a coming of age story or not, it will still have that theme of coming of age. That theme just showed up as a natural result of the events and the characters and the way these things interrelate with each other. I see a lot of times on YouTube or in blogs, that kind of thing, where people are talking about writing and how to write. I see a lot of times people being like, well, think about the themes that you're going to be exploring. And I'm not into that. I just don't really like that way of writing. I think that you should spend that time more focusing on the story, on the events, on interesting things that are going to happen, interesting things about your character, interesting things that your character could be doing, and ways that when your character makes a decision, the world reacts to that decision and then forces your character to react again to now this changed world. And when you do those things, then the thematic consistency will exist. One thing that makes a book good or a story good is thematic consistency. I don't think, though, that means that the author should be focusing on thematic consistency. I think that means the author should be focusing on story consistency and plot consistency and character consistency, and let the readers and the English teachers and the YouTubers and the audience decide, oh, these are the themes that exist or don't exist. Now, there is obviously caveats. Stories are made by breaking rules. A good story should break the rules. A good story the only rule should be that your story is good. Don't tie yourself down by saying, oh, I better hit beat X, beat Y. Think of these things as the rules of storytelling as tools that we can use to tell a better story. The 3-act structure is great. And if you want to use the 3-act structure, go ahead and use it. It's a great structure to use, but it doesn't mean that the 3-act structure is somehow the only tool that could be used. It's kind of the message of this video is just thematic consistency is something that naturally arises out of proper storytelling. So there's a little short video. I think I'm going to kind of try to do some of these. If you want to see this in action, where I'm talking about, I do have a series of videos. I'll have a playlist up maybe here where I talk about a book that I wrote and I go super in depth into it. If you want to watch those, go ahead. We're going to explore these ideas a lot more in detail and give some concrete examples. But for now, I think it suffices to say, leave themes to the English teachers and allow yourself to just tell a story.